Remember, the YouTube ads feed the ducks. Hello everybody, it's April 27th of the Duck Adventure, and I've been MIA, which anybody that's watching knows I'm not doing well. I got a problem, and I'm well this week. My blood work's back this week, and I got a doctor's appointment on Friday, and I have a specialist appointment next week. I wasn't supposed to get into the specialist till mid-July, August they were talking, but my doctor got me in early, May the 8th, so I hope they can figure out what's wrong with me. But back to the Duck Adventure. Basically all I've been doing on the Duck Adventure is collecting eggs, taking care of the ducks, and you know, I've cleaned the pen up, and right now I'm watching some serious duck nasty action going on here. I gotta give you a shot of this here. That poor little female is just getting thumped there right now. So the ducks are up, they want out. I've been letting them out of the pen later than normal, because if I let them out too early, they drop eggs all over the place. And this is the only way that I can make sure I get the eggs are in the pen. And Doug, the dog, has been doing phenomenal. Which, by the way, Doug the dog is now officially an it. He's a nutless wonder. They were cut off on Thursday, so he's completely neutered now. And oh, Doug, be careful! Don't touch that wire. He almost touched the fence again. So this is the first time I've done this, where I'm filming what I've been doing with Doug. Now, as you can see right now, Doug is very interested in the ducks, but he's not interested as in a bad thing. Are you, Doug? So we're gonna let the ducks out right now, and you can see they're wanting out really bad. Even though Doug is right here right now, it doesn't matter. The ducks are not. He has done absolutely nothing to make the ducks afraid of him. So we're gonna let the ducks out here and unlock the gate. I'm gonna call Doug over here to sit in his spot. Doug, where are you? Come on over here. Good. Come on. Sit. Sit. Soon as you know, he's been 3 days. He's been doing this so well. As soon as I get the camera out, bang, he won't work. Make me into a liar, Doug. Yeah, we're going to do some editing on this here, I think. Okay, Doug. Doug, over here. Come on. Sit. Sit. Be good. Sit. Sit. You know, it's sort of funny. It's not sort of funny. I've been training him, and he listens so well when I don't have the camera in my hand. As soon as I put the camera in my hand, dog goes brain dead. So right now he's being very good, and he's laying here. So Doug, sit. Doug, sit. Doug, stay. So Doug, and Doug. Hey, Doug, you're not in the right spot. Come here, Doug. Doug. Oh, you. Here. Oh, the ducks are doing the left here. Okay, Doug, you really screwed this up today. Oh, the ducks. Oh, I got the gate going to slam on the chickens. Doug, you're really screwing things up here today. Sit. Sit. I think I shouldn't even show this. Stay. Stay there. I'll let the rest of the ducks out here. See, this is what he's been normally doing here, is just sitting here like this for the last 3 days, being really good. And, you know, he's not attacking the ducks, and he's being a good puppy. Now, he is right now a nutless wonder, and the vet has told me, you know, they'd like him not to run for 7 to 10 days. But being a dog, he just wants to run. The ducks are gone on tour. You know, something told me today, you know, Matt, don't bother filming Doug doing anything special, because Doug is not at that stage of doing anything special. You know, he's been doing phenomenal well the last 3 days with me, but I haven't been filming, and I've just been focusing on him. So I had the camera in one hand, you know, trying to control him in the other, and didn't work out. And so anyways, the chicken, there's something about the chickens, I don't know what it is. He's not interested in chasing ducks, but it's the brown chickens, and I don't know what it is, but they I don't know if it's because they just move so fast that you know, he's got an interest in chasing them. You know, he doesn't try to bite them. He's like a it's a pup thing, you know. He's just chasing it. But the ducks he isn't chasing. He doesn't chase the ducks, and I think that's because, you know, the first morning there he got electrocuted, and the flock of the ducks, you know, flapping their wings and the white and everything. That's why, you know, he doesn't chase the white chicken. I think that's what it is. I think it's the white that he associates electrocution with, and that's why he's not bothering the ducks. But the brown chickens, he thinks they're open game. So it's really bizarre. But right now the ducks are. We'll take a quick walk here before I do egg recon. The ducks are absolutely everywhere. They're having just a blast on the property here, foraging for food, digging in the mud, and because it's spring, there's mud everywhere. So, but we got the all this row in here. He's gonna have a little bit of nookie with that peeking. So, like, I haven't got them separated yet. I've been collecting eggs the last 5 days. Pardon my stumbling here. This ringing in my head is screwing out my my concentration really bad. But I'll just take you a walk around here. They're going to go over to the other creek. The Muscovies are going down to the lake, which, by the way, today 99.9% of the ice has gone off the lake. So we're very close to no water or no ice on the lake. This male, he's thinking he's going to have a little bit of secondhand sex there on that female that just got done by the ruin. So, yeah, so the poor brown chickens, for some reason Doug likes chasing them. Yeah, they're headed over here. And of course a mud puddle. Nothing like a little bit of a mud hole. Yeah, headed over to the mud. And they'll play here for hours. They're really upset at me because I'm not letting them out early in the morning because I'm trying to collect the eggs, and I made a mistake. I let them out early the other day, and I came over here and there was over a dozen eggs in this mud. So I've got to keep them in the pen until they finish dropping their eggs for the day. So they're basically only getting half days out right now, free ranging. But their food consumption has dropped way off because they're doing a lot of drilling here. You know, like this, you know, that's all they're doing. That's all they do all day right there, is drill and eat. So right now their food consumption is about half. A bag of feed is almost getting 2 days out of it now. So, the Muscovies, they love the. Actually, the Muscovies are the ones that are on the garden all the time, looking. It's funny. Last night I meant to get the camera out, but like I said, I've been really dragging myself here, and I find it really hard to even talk. But last night the female ruins were running around the yard, and it was so funny watching. It was just about dusk, and they were hunting. And they were all over the yard hunting, and it was so funny to watch. There was like 15 of them all, like it was like they were doing a grid pattern across the yard, trying to get the bugs. Now this area here is starting to dry out. We haven't had rain in a couple days now, so this won't last long, this water here, and they're going to have to go to the swamp. This is an underground creek that only surfaces in the spring, and then it goes back underground, and it doesn't reappear till over there. There's a spot about 100 feet in the swamp there that the water comes out of the ground, and that's where the creek you know, comes out in the summertime, because it goes underground because there's a spring up there on the side of the hill. You can't see it, but there's before they built the road back in the 40s, there actually used to be a creek that ran through here all the time. But when they built the road in the 40s, it forced the creek to go underground underneath my property, and then it surfaces, like I said, over there. So, But these ducks are just having too much fun in this water. And this is basically where they spend their day down here, fornicating and playing in the mud. But they've been all over the place, you know, the water, like you can take a look here, I'll show you the mud. Like normally this is not like this, but this here is all mud. Like if you take a look here, this is mud that they have churned up because there was no mud here at all. It was just pure bulrushes, and they have churned it up so much. Like you look here, everything's covered in mud, and that's from the ducks. They have done, this is what the ducks have done. All of this mud is from them. Because before it was just bulrushes and no mud, and they have churned up all this mud from in here to the surface. Like they're really good when it comes to dredging. Like they've actually made this creek deeper, but they've been going deep into the bush, and you know, I'm surprised that I haven't, you know, had coyotes or something up here. Because they've been going quite deep into the bush. They've been going in where the water is. So, but we're gonna go do egg recon. I got Doug tied up. He's, like I said, had that brown chicken come out and he lost his brain cells there and went a little bit off the reserve and decided to chase it. So I tied him up. I'm not taking any chances. He wants to chase the brown chickens. I think I'm going to have to get the shock collar out here and just to get him off the brown chicken thing. Because he doesn't want to do the ducks, but he's got something about the brown chickens. It's bizarre. So we're going to go do egg recon here, and I'll give you a shot of what we're getting on eggs. It's been crazy. I guess we're getting 40, 45, 47 eggs a day. So let's go do egg recon. All right, we're going to do egg recon, and we're going to leave Doug the dog out here because Doug the dog is bad chasing chickens. Oh, you. I'm gonna have to get the electric collar out for you. It's a sad day for Doug. He's not learning on the chicken thing. Alright, egg recon. Now, this is like a giant Easter egg hunt here. If you look around there, they hide them all over the place. But like I said, I've been getting 45, 47 eggs a day. The incubator is sitting right now in Montreal at the sea container, and they're telling me that they're going to release it this week. Alright. Sometimes they're down here in the mud. I'll find eggs. I cleaned this all up this week. It looks like, you know, feces, but it's not. This is all mud. I took out of here, I'm trying to think here, I think about 35 bucket loads out of the tractor of duck feces. So it's I got a lot of feces out of here. It took me 3 days. I couldn't work any more than I was basically doing 4-hour days. Just had no energy. But that you know, that filled that hole in with the pile of dirt that I left over from last fall, and so this week I've got to get the pens separated so that you know, I've got some purebred eggs. Because right now all my eggs are half breed or mixed breed or crossbreed, what do you want to call them? And I gotta get the nesting boxes moved into here, and what do we got in here for eggs? Alright. Oh, we got a broken egg. I can see a broken egg yolk right there. I'm getting about 12 ruin eggs a day, so the girls are pumping out eggs. Nice little clump of eggs here. They make these little nests. Okay, what do we got in this corner? Oh, another clump of eggs. Oh, this is a big clump here. 2, 4, 6, 8 eggs in this clump. So right now these eggs are fertilized, but we just don't know if they're Muscovy mixes or... So the first batch of ducklings we're going to do is going to be sort of a mess here, but... Alright, we'll head over to the barn and we'll do egg recon in the barn. Alright, let's get the barn recon done here. or the egg recon in the barn. Let's see what they've given us. Let's turn the light on. I've got to clean this place out, but I've been holding off cleaning this place out because the plan was to separate it. So it's not, it's mostly mud that's in here, because there is no ammonia smell at all. It looks dirty, but it's actually mud. Oh, they built a nice little nest in here. What do we got in here? This is actually a really solid little nest here. And we got a chicken that's dropping an egg in with the ducks. Another ruin egg and a duck egg. And like I said, I've got to get them separated here so I know the Muscovies what the deal is. You know, the ruin and the peaking mating isn't a big deal. It's the mixing the Muscovy in there because the incubation period is longer. But the pail of eggs is every day it gets bigger. There was actually 2 ruin eggs and 1 peking, it looks like. Oh, look at that. That chicken was smacking that egg. Well, we got some nesting action in here. A ruin and 2 peakings. Oh, little girl, how are you? Now this duck, I don't know if it's the same duck every day, but this nest here specifically, every day I have to shoo the duck off of it. Come on, girl. Come on out. There. And her eggs are like, oh, they're so warm. So I don't know, you know, if she would stay there. No, I got a bunch of chicken eggs. I got those later, because I find because we're getting so many eggs now that if I put the chicken eggs in, oh boys, okay, that's a whack of eggs today. If I put the chicken eggs in first and then pile all these duck eggs in, because the egg shells aren't as strong, they're breaking the chicken eggs in the bucket. So I got 1 chicken egg buried in there, but oh, this is a good bucket of eggs today. This is like 45 eggs, 47 eggs today. I'll get the final count when I wash them. Okay, that one's a Muscovy egg. You can tell by the color. It's a little bit beigey color. I don't know how that's showing up, but that's a good pail of eggs today. Like, look at that. That's almost full. So, and we got our chicken eggs. Alright, so this week the plan is setting this up in here, separating everything, separating the pan. Like I said, this week was cleaning up duck feces. That's all I did this week, and it was a hard week when you're dealing with what I'm dealing with. Every day it drags out. It's hard, but like I said, I got the doctor this week. Friday, my blood results are back, and next week is the specialist. So hopefully they can tell me what's wrong with me. So that's a egg recon, duck recon today. Look at that that's a big bucket of eggs. Like I said, that's about 45 eggs. So hopefully 40 ducklings at least. So, and I'm going to take them up to the house and clean them up. First, we're going to fill the feeders up. But look at, just take a look here. Like, this feeder is still over 3/4 full. They're eating so much stuff in the yard now. Well, like I said, the feed consumption is almost half. So, like, that looks disgusting right there. But it's not, you know, feces. It's actually mud. So it's not, they aren't spending any time inside. The only time they come in here is they'll have something to eat, or they're eating in the other shack. They lay eggs in here and they leave. So they're spending all their time outside. They don't spend any time inside. Actually, it's really, it's actually, when it's pouring rain, they're all outside. Oh, but I don't know if you can see, right now they're all going deep into the bush over there. The ducks are everywhere, but the Muscovies are the only ones that have gone down to the lake so far. And not all of them. It's only been about a half a dozen Muscovies, and I've had 3 nights that I had. One night was 3 Muscovies, and one night was, I think, 4 Muscovies, and another night was 2 Muscovies didn't come home. So, but the lake, we'll go for a quick walk down to the lake, and I'll show you the water situation down there with the other camera. Just came over to the garage to grab some stuff. The ducks have already started heading into the bush here. This is a creek, like I said. It's just a runoff creek. Well, it's an underground creek that surfaces during runoff. But this whole area floods. And actually back there is where the real creek is, right there. But the ducks are drilling in here. Like this is, they're making a real mud fest in here. We got duck sex happening everywhere. But they just love the mud in here. But this is actually the creek right here. This is the creek that runs down through there. In the summer it dries right out, but right now it comes to the surface because there's more water than can flow under the ground. But this is the creek that runs through, joins up, and that's where the ducks get into the lake down there is the other end of this creek. So, but for some reason the ducks were interested in being here than in the swamp. The Muscovies are going down into the swamp, but the Peking and the Rouen are they're more content to be right here. But later tonight, when it gets dusk, they go up to the yard and they start hunting in the yard for bugs. And it seems it starts about half an hour before sunset. 45 minutes before sunset, they start hunting in the yard. I think that's where the bugs start coming out of the ground, but that's when they're really interested in the yard. But during the day, this is where they are all day. But it's amazing how much mud they're drilling up out of the ground. Like, you saw farther down there when I showed you earlier on the video, the amount of mud that's surfaced, and it's from them drilling. Like you can see these guys right here, these two that are drilling. Like you can see, look at the mud they're drilling up. Like, the water's clear here. It's clear, and then it gets really muddy, and you can see this is where they're drilling. I don't know, they're getting bugs or grubs or roots, I don't know. And that Rouen right there, that male, the green one ahead of us, he's hurt. I don't know if he got into a fight, but he's got a problem walking. No problem having sex though. Keeps having the sex situation, but he's got a limp. That happened 2 days ago. I don't know if he got into a fight, but it hasn't slowed him down on the sex part though. He might be, gimp. But I shouldn't say gimp, because we already have a Mrs. Gimp. He might be lame, but he's really active. It's sort of funny. In the pen, before I let them out in the mornings, they do nothing. They just sleep all morning. Until mid-morning when I let them out, they do nothing. They just sleep. And as soon as I open the gate and they get to come outside, it's activity 101. It's no holds barred. They will go all day. They will not nap. But if I left them in the pen and I did not let them out, they would sleep all day. Basically, sleep, mate, eat, sleep, eat, mate. That's all they do when they're in the pen. But when they come out, the mating cuts down. It gives the females a bit of a break. I've noticed that the males aren't mounting them near as much when they're out roaming around like this. So the females get a little bit of a break from it, and everybody gets a little bit of activity and exercise, and gets to forage for some different food, which you can see here. They're all around me here. They're having fun. But these girls are funny when you see them hunting in the yard at night. And the chests on some of these women are really getting big on some of these females. You can see it hanging down. They're so full of eggs. This one doesn't have, she might not even be laying this one. I'd have, until I start measuring their hips, which I haven't figured that out, but I just read about it. But some of them you can see have, the chest is hanging right down, like way down, almost touching the ground. So their body cavity is filling up with eggs. But everybody's having fun. So I'm gonna get some food for them. That's what I came over here for, was get some food out of the back of the truck. And then we'll head to the lake and I'll show you the lake with the ice off of it, or most of the ice off of it. All right, I had to go get my hat here, even though it's, you know, it's like 12 degrees. The wind off the lake, because the lake's cold water, it's I got a little bit of a headache. Come on, Doug, you're not supposed to be running. We're gonna leave Doug here because the vet said absolutely no running, no walking. He's supposed to be, I had to actually shorten his cable here so it's only 20 feet. But you know, he's gonna probably try to pull that cinder block into the bush, but he's hell bent on chopping that cable off. Good luck on that one, Doug. Stainless steel aircraft cable doesn't chop off that easy. And I know it's a hell of a time snipping it up with the wire snips. So, all right, well, let's head into the head to the lake, and we'll take down there, and I'll show you what it looks like now after the winter's ice has left. Well, the water has really come down. I was down here earlier this week, and the ramp was completely submerged in water. So, but you can, there's still ice in the bay here. I'll do a little bit of work on the ramp this spring, not a lot. But this is what's left of the ice. Not much. You can actually hear it, the wind's breaking it up here. It sounds like rain, but it's actually the wind's slapping the ice here. So I'm really happy on the dock repair. The ice didn't do any damage to the dock. She's floating straight. She's not crooked. That's very, very good. But that's the last of the ice. This is it. There's no ice down on that end of the lake at all because the wind is blowing it this way. So right now the lake is completely open. And the Muscovies have been coming out, but they're only going down into the swamp there. They're not even coming out to the mouth of the creek. So then one more day, and this will be completely gone. The ice will be history. Got a little bit of work to do here to you know, bring the dock back up to snuff, get it so that it's you know, ready for another season. Not like last year's project. Last year was a huge job getting this all ready. So that's the dock. I mean the dock. That's the lake update. I'm telling you, this ringing in my ears, this tinnitus thing, it is absolutely brutal. It right now it's the only thing I can hear. The wind's blowing, you know, right now, and you know, there's lots of bird noises and everything all around me, and all I can hear is this ringing in my head. It's freaking annoying. It's serious torture stuff. And the thing is, I've been reading on the internet. And I came across, actually Cindy came across a blog, a tinnitus blog, all the people who have tinnitus and that post on it. And I was depressed reading it. You know, and you're reading people that have had the problem for 10 years and they don't know what the cause is. They can't find out, they can't figure it out. I'm only on week 5 and I'm cracking. I couldn't imagine 10 years. And I'm trying, you know, to get my mind off it. I try noises. I try, you know, all kinds of things. Nothing's working. It's actually, it's so freaking loud. In the middle of the night, it wakes me up. I, you know, wake up like 10 times in the night, and it sounds like an alarm clock going off. And it's the buzzing in my ears, in my head. Actually, it's in my head. It's not even in my ears anymore. It's just an annoying, constant feedback hum, driving me crazy. Anyways. And that's why I haven't been doing much. I can't even sit down on the computer. Like I just did a bunch of computer work here, answering comment, you know, replying back to your comments. I have a hard time even talking, and it took me days just to do that. So we're, you know, I'm just trying to focus on, you know, getting ready for the big hatch here, collecting eggs, taking care of the ducks. Unfortunately, I haven't got the ducks, you know, separated But that isn't the end of the world, you know. If I have to breed crossbreeds, I breed crossbreeds, but I'm gonna try. This week is my goal, is to get the pen separated, get it divided up, so that we can separate the breeds. You know, it's just, the thing is right now, I really like letting the ducks out because the free ranging, they love it. But you know, when I separate them, they're gonna be locked up for a month solid. So that's the downer part on that. But I gotta do it. I need purebred eggs, at least a month's worth of purebred eggs. That's the goal. So. But Doug's got himself completely wrapped in the cable here. Oh, what a dog. Alright, gonna unravel the dog. Looks like I have a bunch of Muscovies leaving me here, which usually when they head down here, it means they're not gonna come back tonight. They really like staying down in the water. I don't know if it's just to get away from everybody, but usually it's one male and like 3 to 5 females that go down there, and it looks like one male's already down there. And yeah, it looks like a male that's down there. I'll show you on the camera here. We got 3 females that are heading down. There's one that's already down there. And then it looks like a male. Oh, actually it looks like that's a female. It won't take long, a male will go down there and he'll stay down there with them for the night. But so far the Ruin and the Peking have no interest in going to the swamp. It's been strictly the Muscovies headed down there. And the Muscovies seem to be the most adventurous so far. And actually, I'm just looking here. That might be a male down there, because I'm just looking here. We've got one male here right now that's outside the pen. I've got a male right there, one Muscovy male, and then the other 2 are here in the pen, Mo and the other one, and I don't see a 4th one. So unless the 4th one is over with the other ducks, oh, sorry about that, I was pointing at the ground, unless the 4th one's over with the other ducks, that might have been a male down there, but I don't think so. He didn't look that big. Couldn't tell on the camera. Of course, I'm blind too, so I'm, you know, I got this ringing in my head and going deaf, and I'm blind, going blind here at the same time. I'm in great shape. So that's the Muscovies. Will probably be the MIA Muscovies tonight, so they won't be coming home. And it turns out they are all females down there. I just looked over here. I'll show you. The other Muscovy male is actually over with the other ducks. So there he is. So so right now it's all females that have gone down to the swamp, to the creek. So the female Muscovies, they seem to be the most adventurous. So, and they don't like coming back. Like I said tonight, I'll be surprised if they come back. They seem to, when they head down there at this time of the day, they're down there for the day. Down there for the night, I should say. So I'll probably see them tomorrow morning, waiting outside. They usually come up here, and I'll come out in the morning, and they're, you know, walking around the lawn, waiting for the gate to get open so they go in and fill their bellies. And then they hang around that day. They don't go to the lake that day. Like tomorrow night, they won't go down to the lake. It's bizarre. It seems like they skip nights going on tour. So crazy females. So today's egg haul was actually the biggest yet. We got a grand total of 50 duck eggs. So today's was 50, and then yesterday was actually 48, and I think the day before was 44. So we're doing pretty good here. So I've got, let me think here. I got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. I've got over 250 eggs so far for the incubator. So that's only in 5 days. So we're doing well here on the egg situation. We're going to, I think we're going to have no problem getting 1,200 eggs. I think actually, well, I know 1,200 eggs won't be a problem, but I'm just thinking when we get the incubator here, my first batch of eggs, it could be 700-800 eggs the first batch. So it's going to be interesting what we're going to get. Unfortunately, they're not purebred, they're crossbred. So I'm going to have a slight problem with the Muscovy mixes on the incubation. We might have some fatalities at the on the final hatch. I don't know yet, but like I said, this is the first batch of eggs, because I haven't got the ducks separated, because I'm just basically dragging my bums here. As I just can't even get I can't even focus. Actually, it's hard to even talk right now. So Anyways, tomorrow is the big pen separation day. I'm gonna get up and I'm gonna get at it. I gotta get it done. I gotta get the ducks separated. And you know, unfortunately, the ducks are gonna lose their free range status, which right now they're having a lot of fun outside. I'm looking at the poor little duckies here. Actually, I'll go out there with the camera and I'll show you, because the females right now are hunting and it's really quite funny to watch. So we'll head out there and we'll take a look. Okay, just watch these females here. Let's see if they're going to do any walking. They hunt in little groups. Yeah, there's one right there. They walk with their head down. It's so funny to watch them. They're busy little girls. And at night here, you know, just before dawn or just before sunset, they get up here and they hunt in massive groups, just combing the yard like that one right there. That's what they do right there. They just walk around with their heads down, hunting. And they get a bead on some bugs, and that's it. So that's the duckies hunting in the yard. They're loving the free range situation. Oh, Mo just got laid. Oh yeah, he just got a peeking female. Look at him. Is there another one here that he wants to get? Oh, let's go over these. And you wonder, that you watch how they lumber along. They're so clumsy, but when they decide they want to get some nookie, man, can they ever pick up speed? And we're gonna have some little Muscovy mating action here shortly. But right now, I'll just show you here, the ducks are deep in the bush over there. That's where they are right now. Oh, the ducks are enjoying the free range status. And the Muscovies are walking around. Just, it's strange, the males, I don't understand the male Muscovies. Mo seems to be the most active when it comes to mating with the peeking and the ruins. He's all over them, but the rest of the Muscovies, I haven't seen any action. It's just been Mo. Mo's the only one that seems to, he's been making the rounds everywhere. The other ducks are, I've actually seen the other males, well, they're basically in the shed all day. Like there was two males, they just spent the whole day in the shed. I don't know, it's weird. They've got a weirdly strange pecking order. Actually, there's some females that are just coming back from the swamp, and it looks like only two are still down in the swamp. Yeah, it looks sad. There's only two down there, but right now those two just came back from the lake. So now we've got these two males here, which are going to square off and either quarter fight. Who knows? The fighting actually has been not that much. They've been really good ducks. Watch, we'll have a duck fight right now. But the Muscovy males are really dirty, filthy ducks. That's all they're in the mud mating. That's all they're doing. So I'm going to have something to eat here, and it's like I said, I'm seriously spaced out. Tomorrow's a big day. I've got to get the pen separated. I've got to get the ducks separated, so that because basically it's going to take. I figure based on what I've read about ducks and their penis, the scrubbers they have on their penis, it'll take about a week before the eggs will turn into purebred. So the first batch of eggs we're going to have hatching here are definitely going to be all crosses. The second batch are going to be the purebreds. So anyways, that's the way it worked out.